Namaste and welcome to my channel. This is Madame Rosa Fortune Teller, 5-star interpreter of the Fabled Book of Destiny. I call it fabled, but it's actually real. And I just want to welcome you to my channel. I'm starting a new series, and it is called Is Your Birthday This Week? Discover your birth card and your planetary ruling card. So the first thing I want to do is introduce who I am, tell you what my birth card and my planetary ruling card is, and then we'll get started with the program, which is to tell everybody who's born on every single day of the year what their birth card is and their planetary ruling card or cards. So that is the best way for me to showcase my talent, since there are so many talented and beautiful readers here on YouTube. I don't think I really want to compete with pick-a-pile tarot readings, since it would be going outside of my comfort zone anyway. I am a proficient reader of cards, and I started my career as a tarot reader, but over the last decade, I've put a lot of my effort into the Book of Destiny. And I just want to show you that on this system that I study, everybody and every birthday is attributed one of the playing cards. At least 1, 2, or 3. And this is the 40th through the 49th year, the yearly spreads of one of those cards that I picked out for you to see. So each one of these cards is in a specific planetary section that lends that planetary influence to the cards. And so it is somewhat of a complicated oracle. However, I've become fairly proficient at it. If you could say 5 stars, that's great. Many people do, in fact most do. And so I just want to let you know who I was in a past life. I was Paramahansa Yogananda, and if you ever have a chance to read this book, I'm writing the sequel. And yes, the dude looked like a lady, and there's a very good reason for that. We'll discuss that perhaps at another time. All right, so let's get on with the reading. First of all, I want to tell you that in my past life, when I was Paramahansa Yogananda, I was the 9 of Spades, which is the universal giver. All of the 9s are the universal givers. And the spades represent life, work, and health. And so he came, he gave life. If he wasn't giving, he wasn't happy. He talked about meditation. He talked about God consciousness, how to eat. He was a vegetarian. He started restaurants that were made out of mushroom burgers. And you can Google all of this. And then he was also the 4 of Clubs. Now, the 4 of Clubs is very organized mentally. So 4 is foundation, and all of the clubs represent mental pursuits. Spades are work and health. So very satisfied mind, good at writing, somebody who has to find satisfaction in their life. And integrity is perhaps very inherent in this card. So is the desire for art and writing, and travel always helps the 4 of Clubs to blow off steam. Now in this life, which is really interesting, is my birthday is in the same month but on a different day as Yogananda. But in this life, I'm the 9 of Clubs and the 4 of Clubs. So this is the universal giver of knowledge. So I have a whole body of work through my past life. So why do I have to recreate the wheel, right? So now I get to step into a position where I can tell my story. So if I'm not giving knowledge, I'm not happy. And again, I have a foundation in my knowledge, and anybody who has the 4 of Clubs is going to be good at what they do. So let's begin. And again, I welcome you to my channel. I'm going to post a link above right here if you're interested in finding more out about the Book of Destiny, which is also considered the Order of the Magi. And I made a video about it last year. So here's the link, and I just want to say to all of the beautiful readers who have helped me in my twin flame journey, I will be putting out more twin flame content to the collective as I feel inspired. And this is a Water Crystal Oracle, and my message to all of the readers on YouTube who I've come to for beautiful readings: love and thanks, and power to the people. So God bless you, and let's get on with your readings. By the way, happy birthday if you were born this week. If you were born on December 1st, your birth card is the 4 of Diamonds. Now, 4s are very foundational, so you're going to find that 4s have security, foundation, stability, and Diamonds represent money, and they also represent values. So the Four of Diamonds is going to be somebody who has stability, security, and foundation in values, in friends and family. They're going to know the most important things in life come first, and you're going to sense that about them. In fact, the people that I've met who have this card are that way. These are people who are going to find their success through hard work, and they do have very good business sense, and they're everybody who's a four is going to have organizational ability to begin with. But the one thing about the Four of Diamonds is they have a Five of Spades karma card, which is going to give them an inner restlessness and cause them to perhaps not complete tasks or complete projects and things like this until they can face that inner restlessness that they have. So they do have a lot of high ideals when it comes to marriage and when it comes to family. And so these are people who are going to work out a lot of their karma and a lot of their situations in life through marriage and through relationships. As I was saying, the Four of Diamonds has an inner restlessness that does need to be dealt with for them to gain their groundedness and their satisfaction in life. And one of the areas in which they do have this inner restlessness is in the area of relationships. So although they seem very firm and grounded outwardly, inwardly they may exhibit this inner restlessness and go through relationships a little bit. So in other words, they're somebody who wants a grounded relationship, but they're somebody who may need to pass a certain amount of tests or gain a certain amount of maturity and focus to have that. So they are a very good grounded card to have. Anybody who's a 4, an 8, or a 10, kings, queens, these are very grounded cards. Now let's move to the planetary ruling card for the person born on December 1st, and that's the Six of Spades. Now the sixes are all very psychic, and they're also they have karmic past baggage. So this is the strongest. All of the spades are the strongest of the suits, and the Six of Spades is the strongest of all of the sixes, meaning it's the card of fate or free will, meaning this is a person who is going to face a lot of fate or past life karma coming back into their life, which represents perhaps positive things they've done in the past or negative things, and giving them a chance to get a taste of their own medicine, for example. So there is a lot of karma involved in this card. This card has a planetary, it has a karma card, which is the Nine of Spades. So this is a person who's going to have losses. Nines indicate losses. Well, because of the past life karma that the Six of Spades brings into their lives, they may feel as though they are trapped, like they don't have free will. That's why they call it the fate or free will card. And it is a card that's very powerful for the person who's able to learn the responsibility of such a card. And like I said, it is the card of the visionary leader. Let me see who had this card. Bob Marley had this card. David Bowie. And Krishna, who is reincarnated, has this card. So this is a card of somebody who has to watch for the tendency to maybe fall into a rut or be extra stubborn. And when it comes to love, it's like their own indecision will work against them. So this is a card of somebody who really can have the highest, most powerful and successful life if they can find their highest vision and their highest ideal and live up to it. And that's why I call this card the visionary leader. Well, if you were born on this day, I'm going to pull a few cards for you. And I haven't really designated it. I just want to give you a few cards for your year. Your year is going to go from December 1st to December 1st. And if you'd like to have a reading with me, just check the description box below, and I will have all my information in there, and I can look into the Book of Destiny. When I do readings for people, I don't usually pull cards, but because of the platform, this is the only way I can really show you anything without knowing the year you were born. So let's go ahead and pull a card from the Doreen Virtue Ascended Masters deck. And this is a card for your year. Let's see. An overall card for the year. Crystals. Okay. Well, we have an abundance of crystals over here, and crystals are conduits of energy, and each crystal has certain properties and healing frequencies. So this might be an area that you might want to get into this year, being that you are very psychic, and it might be something that will be part of your guidance, or if you're giving people advice, it might be part of the prescriptions that you give them. So, wearing like a rose quartz next to your chest, or putting quartz crystals in your water. There are many different forms of healing through crystals. So that might be an area that you'll be getting into, and if not, you've already been into it, you'll probably be getting better at it. Okay, now we're going to pull a card for your year from the Angel Healing deck. So I'm just going to pull 4 cards for you, and then we'll get on to the next birthday. So, Angel Healing. Integrity. Oh, very good card. Well, this card very much matches the 4 of Diamonds, which is a foundation and values. Align your actions so they match your values and inner knowingness of what is right for you. So this is a strong year for you to remember to align your values with your actions, and vice versa, which I'm sure you do. You're the 4 of Diamonds. We're going to pull a Mermaids, and I think I'll pull one more, the Water Crystal Oracle. And so this is the Mermaids and Dolphins. And we'll pull another card for you. And I get Make a Wish. And isn't that wonderful? If today is your birthday, then you're going to make a wish. I don't have any candles for you to blow out, but this is a card telling you that this is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy its manifestation. So that's a beautiful card, especially if today's your birthday. And then finally, I'm going to throw you a Water Crystal Oracle. And these are the cards that are magnifications of water crystals after people have focused their intention and meditated on the water. I got Love and Thanks. It popped out, and this is a power card. So make a wish, give love, give thanks, give gratitude, keep your integrity strong. And this is what Love and Thanks looks like. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. So it looks like it's going to be a beautiful year full of integrity, crystal energy, your wishes coming true, having love, giving thanks. If you were born on December 2nd, your birth card is the 3 of Diamonds, and your planetary ruling card is the 5 of Spades. So let's begin with the 3 of Diamonds. 3s are kind of like an 8, but just the bottom half. So whereas 8s have an infinity power going on with them, the 3s have kind of a lack of power until they're willing to build the other side. And therefore, the 3s can all be world-class warriors. Now, the 3 of Diamonds is one of the most difficult cards in the deck to have because diamonds represent values. And so this card is considered the indecision and values card, or financial creativity, depending on how the person looks at life. Okay, so this is the card that is actually Donald Trump's, I think it's his, he's June 8th, let me see, June 8th, June 14th. Yeah, this is the birth card of Donald Trump. And then September, also our good friend Bernie Sanders, September 8th. So Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump have this card, which is interesting because you could see that they're 2 different people. At least it seems like that. Well, I digress. So this is a person who could be a world-class warrior, especially worrying about money, until they realize that they've come into this lifetime to express themselves. And if they are worrying, that they need to realize perhaps they are leaving a lot of creativity unexpressed or unfocused, okay? So the Three of Diamonds has a lot of potential to receive financial success through their creativity. But again, on the other hand, it could be a worrying energy if not channeled correctly. And then with their planetary ruling card, all of the fives are very freedom-loving. And this is the card of the Wanderer. So this is somebody who likes change, variety, travel, experience. They don't like routine. And when it comes to love, I've got to say, fives are the type of people who feel freedom is almost more important than commitment in the general sense, although there are many happily married fives in life. The Five of Spades is going to be somebody who does love change, variety, travel, and experience, and they can also perhaps even mirror lack of commitment in somebody else. Like, why can't this person commit? And I'll tell them, because they're mirroring your your desire not to commit, your indecision in love. So a lot of times fives will attract that with another five. But these are people who like the wanderer. They love adventure and they love travel. They love experience. So if you were born on December 2nd, happy birthday, and let's pull a couple of cards for you. The first one being, I think I wanted to do again in the same order. For you, I will do an Ascended Masters card for the year. And again, your year begins and ends on your birthday. And if you have any desire to have a yearly reading or find out anything along the way, my information's in the description box below. Okay, let's give you another shuffle. And the first card I have for you is Health and Healing. Health and Healing, very good. So this is Hilarion. So this is a year where the focus will be mostly on health and healing. Actually, when I use the Book of Destiny, I'll be able to see so many more influences. This is just a happy birthday gift that I can't show you anything pertaining to your birthday because everybody has a different year. And when I look at the Book of Destiny, I look at your 20th, 30th, 50th, 65th, 34th year, but everybody's year is different because everybody has a different age. Now we're going to pull a Angel Therapy card from Doreen Virtue's collection. And let's see what I got for you. Okay. All right. Whoa, Twin Flame. This is a beautiful card. So there is... The answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. A lot of people get caught on the label of twin flame, and I just want to remind everybody that all love is eternal. So you may have a twin flame or a karmic soul twin or soulmates, and your love for these people is going to be as eternal as it is with a twin flame. All love that is true love is eternal. So it's a beautiful card. Who knows? Perhaps you'll be meeting somebody this year very special. If so, bring me their birthdays and let's look at the Book of Destiny and I'll tell you what your past life dynamics are. Who came to teach who what? Who came to inspire who how? Okay, so I'll be able to clearly give you a twin flame check as well. Is this my soulmate? Is this a twin flame? Bring me your information and we will get you straight on that. And now I'm going to do a water, well, I'll do the mermaids and dolphins for you. For the December 2nd, from December 2nd to December 2nd, that's your year. Playtime. Well, you are a Sagittarian, so you are the most optimistic in the deck. So it does look as though this is going to be a great year. The dolphins know the importance of playing as joy creates miracles and manifestation. And you do have highly creative very fun-loving energy. So this is going to be a great year for you regarding playtime. Don't forget to have fun. It's in your nature to do so. And let's go ahead and find you a water crystal oracle. And these are from the Masaru Emoto water crystal oracle. And if you ever want to see a really cool movie, it's free on YouTube. I think it's called What the Bleep Do We Know Anyway? And this is all energetic frequencies of humans' intention on water and then microscopically magnified. I got respect. So this is for you, respect. So respect of self, respect of others, gaining respect, having respect for nature, having respect for your health, having respect for your body so that you take care of it, having respect for your divine counterpart or your soulmates. This is a beautiful card. And so I want to wish you a happy birthday and have a great year. If you were born on December 3rd, you're the 2 of diamonds and the 4 of spades. You're the wheeler and the dealer, and you're the satisfaction and work and health card. So let's begin with the 2 of diamonds. All of the 2s love to be in a soul union, as 2s are people who are going to find or want to seek their other half. And the 2 of diamonds is somebody who is going to have high values in love, because diamonds represent values. And so this is a person who's highly principled in love. And they are somebody who is good with money. If you give this person 50 cents, maybe by the end of the month, they'll have $500. Perhaps I exaggerate, but they are quite good at money. And I call this the wheeler and the dealer, because they are able to think ahead and maybe take used items in the home and put them online and constantly thinking of managing their finances. But again, as a 2, they have good marriage karma and they want to find their other half. Getting on to their second card, the planetary ruling card, is the 4, and all 4s are foundational, and spades represent work and health. So this is somebody who's going to be very hardworking, have an incredibly powerful work ethic, and somebody who has it within their destiny to have radiant and satisfying health. Although they may have to make some tweaks and changes here and there, this is their birthright. So if you were born on December 2nd, you are the 2 of diamonds and the 4 of spades, and I'm going to pull a few cards for you. Again, if you'd like to know more about your cards or about your soulmates cards, or if you want to look into the year ahead, your year begins and ends on your birthday, and you can find my information in the description box below. We're going to start with the Ascended Masters card and cards and pull you one out of there. Just a little overview for the year, some insights, maybe things to focus on, but mostly my strength is going to come from the Book of Destiny to tell you more or less strong spiritual influences or any other kinds of influences that are around you, and answer your questions, etc. All right, so for the December 3rd, I get father, husband, brother, son. All right, so there's a specific man in your life that's going to take on some sort of major focus in your life this year, and maybe there'll be more than one. So that's all I'm going to say about that. We'll get into the angelic healing, and get a card for you there. Let me see that gets into the camera better. Okay, so here we go. Wow. Listen to your intuitive feelings. Your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine. So perhaps this is a year where you will spend more time paying attention to your intuition. And just remember that the still small voice is still small. So oftentimes it takes a lot of quieting down and listening to our inner voice is a lot harder sometimes in a noisy, distracting world. but you can do it. So let's give you an angel mermaids and dolphins card for the year. Also, if you are single, you may meet somebody significant this year. If you're having a child, perhaps it'll be a boy. Okay, let's go. Make a decision. Feeling stuck or indecisive, listen to your intuition and make a decision. So, okay, if you were born today, I've got two things telling you this is going to be a year of you paying strong attention to your intuition. And perhaps it regards your father, your brother, your husband, your son, a new acquaintance, a friend, somebody who's a male, who's significant in your life or maybe will be. And let's pull a water crystal oracle for the year for you. And I've got coral reef, earth. So this is pertaining to nature, the coral reef. And so just to give you some energetic energies to you, the coral reef is abundant with life, and it's pretty much very vital to the ocean's sustainability. So consider that in all that you do this year. And remember, our oceans are the water in our planet is so vital to our lives. And I wish you a very happy year. And again, if you want any more insight, check me out down in the box below. Well, if you are born on December 4th, you are the Ace of Diamonds and the Three of Spades. Now, the Ace of Diamonds, as all aces are, is going to be very like somewhat of a novice or somewhat of a newbie, even though they may have had many lifetimes. In this lifetime, they've decided to come in perhaps to learn some new things, and they are very active. So this person has great desire for love and money, but they may not be able to decide which one they can focus. They can't seem to be able to focus on both at the same time, so they need to check out which one they want to focus on specifically, it seems like. But this is a great card, and a person who has a very decent soul and a very trustworthy nature. The Aces of Diamonds can mostly be decent people, but when it does come to love, sometimes they can be not the most faithful, and so they may want to check that. Just saying, the males of this variety may not have the strongest faithfulness going for them. Let's see, Ace of Diamonds, what else can I tell you? The Ace of Diamonds, strong desire for love and money, very active, very physically active, always moving. Well, let's get on to the planetary ruling card. The Three of Spades, as I was saying before, 8s are the infinity symbol and 3s are kind of half of that. And this is the card of the artist, and all of the 3s are artists. However, they may fall back into being world-class warriors, because what they do have is an excess of creative energy that if they don't use, it will probably exacerbate into anxiety or nervous energy. So just remember that if you have the Three of Spades card, you're an artist, and so self-expression is going to be very important to you, and it's going to come naturally to you. Even if you can't draw a circle, you may be very witty, you may be very creative in many different ways. So creativity is basically it's hard to limit it. It's so varied. So let's pull some cards for you. If you were born on December 4th, happy birthday. Let's start with the Ascended Masters in the same order. Here we go. Here's a card for your year that begins and ends on your birthday. Drink more water. Alrighty then. So this will be a year where I think maybe, I know I need to drink more water. It's not my most favorite beverage in the world because it lacks flavor. However, it is vital to all life systems, and if we don't drink it, we're going to get dehydrated. So maybe this year you'll focus a lot more on drinking more water and maybe disguising it with different flavors. Let's go ahead. That's what I do. Making, you know, a little lemon in it or this sort of thing. Let's do an angel therapy card for your year. And I got third eye chakra. It is safe for you to see the energy of love in all its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. So perhaps as you rehydrate your cellular construction and your brain, you'll be able to, I don't mean to be sarcastic, but what I'm trying to say is that it looks as though this is a year that you may have a higher activation, where your third eye may be more active, where you may have more of an awakening, and you may have some spiritual experiences this year. If you haven't already had them, this is certainly going to be a year where you will. And that's the card for your angel therapy. And now we'll do the mermaids and dolphins. And the third eye chakra is also the point that you will focus on if you meditate, or if you're praying, or if you need an answer. So just remember, when it comes to the third eye, consider like your chest area where you have all of your feelings, your emotions, anger, anxiety, hope, whatever, disappointment. And if you want to know an answer, consider climbing up the stairs to your third eye as if you're walking up the stairs of a building to the roof. And when you get into your third eye, you can see forever. And you'll be sitting in a state of objectivity. So that will be very helpful. Now here is a card from the angel, the mermaid and dolphins. And accept heaven's help. You've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. All right. So blessings are coming to you. Answers to your prayers are coming to you this year. And heaven's help is there. And I'm sure that these cards are related with you being able to see the angels and auras and visions. So you'll get, for sure, you'll get confirmation through these spiritual events or experiences. Water crystal oracle for you for this year. And if you have any questions, see my description box below and bring me additional birthdays of people, and we'll find your soul connections and see what's going on with you guys, which is how I do my readings. And then I got for you this beautiful card, Soul. And this is what the water crystal looks like when it looks kind of to me like a heart in a way. And what they did was put gallons and gallons of water into these receptacles and wrote words on them like a museum piece, and had people come in and concentrate that energy. For example, soul. And that's what they did. They focused on that crystal, that water, and this is what a magnified crystal looks like. So very beautiful. Soul. And it just seems as though you're going to have a spiritual year. So rock on. Happy birthday. And see you soon. If you were born on December 5th, you are the King of Clubs and the Two of Spades. Now the King is very powerful. Kings and queens have more poise, more control of their emotions, and they seem to have a more powerful presence and maybe even success rate because of that personality ability to have more poise. But the King of Clubs is somebody who is a brainiac. The King of Clubs is the master of knowledge, or the king of knowledge. So this person is going to come into this lifetime with a huge bank of smarts and is a natural psychic. They may not need to do any sort of divining. They just know things. And so the King of Clubs can be, if you're a male, it may be not easy for you to settle down because they do love their freedom. So they could be a perennial or a persistent bachelor, for example. Now, on the other hand, with their Two of Spades, it's highly marriageable. So anybody who's a 2 is going to want to find their divine counterpart, or a partner in life that they can live with and be happy with, a soulmate. So the 2 of Spades is the card of friendship, actually. And the 2 of Spades has a very strong leadership ability. And the 2 of Spades is a card that, which is interesting. I have a video on the channel called The Twos, so be sure to check it out. It just goes over the 4 twos of the playing cards. So go ahead and check that out if you want to hear more about the 2s. And so, yeah, you're very intelligent. You have strong leadership ability. As a male, you may be wanting to be a bachelor forever. However, you have very strong marriage karma if that's your choice. And so these are very good cards. Let me go ahead and pull some cards for your birthday and wish you a very happy year. If you want insight into the Book of Destiny, please contact me. And all my information will be in the description box below. So let's pull you an Ascended Masters card from the Adoring Virtue. And let's see what we have. And then, yes, your year begins and ends on December 5th. And that is called your year. So I get artistic expression. So this is a year wherein you may be expressing yourself artistically, and there are many, many forms that you can choose from. The King of Clubs may be somebody who's very good at writing. Anything that pertains to your powerful mind, publishing, teaching, anything at all. So let's go ahead and pull a Angel Therapy card for you. And I get Archangel Michael. You're working very closely with this powerful archangel who's protecting and guiding you through this situation. So whatever situations that you have, you may be calling on the angels, Archangel Michael. But in any case, it's important for you to know that you're protected and that you've always got angelic beings and other passed on ancestors who have your back. So let's go ahead and see your Mermaids and Dolphins card for the year. Now this is just, like I said, I'm just doing this as a happy birthday. I don't usually pull cards. And at the beginning of the video, you'll see the Book of Destiny that I showed you. So you'll understand how it is I do my readings. Okay. Angel, Mermaid, self-forgiveness. Let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. So, okay, if there's any need for any self-forgiveness, that's a card for you. And now we are going to pull you a water crystal oracle. So it does seem as though there's a connection between these cards to me. Here we go. Water crystal oracle. And I've got emotion. So, okay, this is a card of emotion, and it's a wisdom card, and this is what emotion looks like. So don't be afraid of your emotions. Your emotions are an indicator of what's going right and what's going wrong in life. So pay attention, forgive yourself, call on the angels, and express yourself. And this is bound to be a mighty good year for you. You're a brainiac. Friendship is very important to you. And happy birthday. Come and see me if you need to know anything else. Thank you so much. If you were born on December 6th, you are the Queen of Clubs and the Ace of Spades. The Queen of Clubs is the mother of intuition. And whether you are a male or a female, you will have strong, very accurate intuition, insight. And whether you're a male or a female, queens are all nurturing. They are like philanthropists. They want to give and be... So men who have this card may find themselves in service professions, teaching, being a waiter, a caterer, anyway. This is a card that loves to gain knowledge and also share it in a very nurturing way. So I happen to really love people who have this card in my life. I've even been married to a man who had this card, and I had a roommate who I lost my key, and when I came around back, he was mopping the floor. I mean, like, please don't leave, you know, great roommate. And so this is the Queen of Intuition. When it comes to love, this card can be a little bit indecisive and maybe perhaps fickle, but highly intuitive. And I find that this person often works with natural products. Now, this is the Ace of Spades, and earlier in this video, I talked about the Three of Diamonds being ironically the birth card of both Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders. And what's interesting is, in addition, their planetary ruling card is both the Ace of Spades on both of their birthdays, September 14th and June 14th and September 8th. In any case, the Ace of Spades is not an easy card. It's a card of secret ambitions and desires. Now, when you watch a cowboy film, you're going to find that oftentimes the Ace of Spades comes out right before somebody dies. And this would be the equivalent of the Death card, with, you know, in addition to the Nine of Spades. But in any case, this is the card of death of the old and birth of the new, a transition. So, you know, death is seemingly a very scary word in our culture, but everything has to pass, you know, you have to pass out of elementary school to go to junior high and things like this. So you have death of the old and birth of the new. However, like all aces, they tend to come into this lifetime, regardless of how many lifetimes they've had, with a desire to learn something. And this is kind of a learning in the School of Hard Knocks card, because it's a card that gives you instant karma. Immediately you will be bitten in the buttocks if you are off your path with this card. And what goes around comes around very swiftly for the Ace of Spades, because deep down inside it's a very deeply spiritual card, and it's the card that rules the entire order of the Magi and the system that I'm talking about here. So December 6th is a very interesting card, very psychic, fickle in love, and on this side can be very possessive because they fear abandonment. The Ace of Spades can make really dumb mistakes, just dumb. And that's the story of aces, when they tend to be very, like in Aries, headstrong. I am at the beginning. Doesn't mean they don't have an old soul. It just means that they've come into this lifetime with some sort of lessons to learn, or a interesting path to walk. So let's go ahead and happy birthday to you. I want to pull a few cards for you. Let's get started with first the Ascended Masters cards, and let's pull a card for you. Now the Ace of Spades, like I said, is deeply spiritual. Let me name Ace of Spades, Walter Mercado. He came into my chat room on a random and blessed me. This card flew out, so I'm getting Twin Flame. I'm going to pull that for you. Twin Flame is a deeply spiritual connection. I've been on the Twin Flame journey in this lifetime for many years, and I love to remind everybody that all love is eternal. You have karmic soul twins, you have twin flames. The twin flames are here to serve God and humanity. And it looks to me as though this is a year where you will be reuniting with your twin flame, meeting your twin flame, connecting in some way with your twin flame. So blessed be, and that sounds like a wonderful beginning to a great reading for your year. So let's pull, and the twin flame journey can be very long. A lot of people that are on it are kind of, you know, we're healing as a collective. It's not an easy path to be on by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not for the faint of heart. We'll put it that way. And let's pull you an angel healing card. I don't know if I'm putting this in the right position. I think I'm supposed to put it here. I don't know how I did the other ones. I'm so spaced out. Yeah, I think I did it this way when I started. Now we're going to do an angel healing for you. One more shuffle. And we got twin flame. Wow. What on earth? So whoever this is reaching is in for gangbusters in 2020. So this is amazing. Twin flame is your divine counterpart. It's the other half of your soul. It's the paradigm of creation. You know, just because we have it twice, I'm going to show my famous pillow, Radha Krishna. Oh my gosh. Oh, you can't see Radha Krishna because I'll just have to show another little picture. Everybody knows who Radha Krishna are, don't they? Radha and Krishna. They are the poster children for the twin flame. I'm going to squish it up so you can see them. There they are. So yeah, Radha and Krishna are the poster children for the twin flame. Oops. And we all have a twin flame. This is not a special category or a special subdivision or species of human. This is merely the paradigm of creation, and you have a twin flame as well. So everybody has a twin flame, but whoever is watching this, and this is a timeless reading, wow. This year, you will be meeting your twin flame. No doubt about it. Now I'm going to pull a... and see my links and my website for very interesting websites that will teach you a great deal about the twin flame in a very concise and efficient manner. Like there's a woman who has a free video course. Anyway, get with me and check out my links on my cover and check out my website and check out what I'm laying down. So now we're going to pull a mermaid and dolphins card for you from the Doreen Virtue Legacy. Empowerment. What a great card. Whoa. Whoever's getting this, wowie kazowie. What a groovy reading. So, empowerment. You're more powerful than you realize, and it's safe for you to be powerful. So the twin flame is actually a union of two souls that have not come to be like, hey, look at my love relationship. I'm Kanye West and I'm the Kardashian, and look at me, aren't we perfect? No. It's a hard road full of healing and growth and perhaps, you know, uncomfortable situations, and the road is long, but these two souls have come to serve God and humanity. And this story of Angus is that God or some supernatural being put his twin flame into, I think, a swan, and he needed to walk amongst the swans to feel the energy of his beloved. So this is foremost an energetic and spiritual soul connection. So I'm 19 years older than my twin flame, so, you know, it's like a Benjamin Button movie played in reverse or something. All right, so we're going to pull you a water crystal oracle, and and yet it's wonderful and miraculous and amazing, but it can be strenuous. Alrighty, for you, I'm getting spring water, and this is Sambu Ichi Yasui spring water. So this is a spring of water that is so pure. And I'd like to look at the book, but I'm not sure I have it with me. Can you imagine? Okay, so I'm just gonna have to wing this one because I'm not familiar with that location. However, this is a pure spring, and it's an earth card. So this is gorgeous. This is significant because it's not one that has been focused with intention other than God's creation. And that mirrors this entire reading, including the word empowerment and the mother of intuition and the ace of spades. December 6th, happy birthday to you. If you'd like to know more about what your yearly spread has to say for you in the Book of Destiny, please check the description box below. And I usually like to remind people that your year begins and ends on your birthday. So to get an outlook on that, hit me up. And again, most happiest year ahead. God bless. If you're born on December 7th, you are the Jack of Clubs and the King of Clubs. Not only are you creative and psychic as all get out, fun-loving, perhaps an artist with a pen or a writer, you're also the king of knowledge, a brainiac, naturally psychic by just knowing things. This is a very great combination for mental pursuits. Some of the people that I would remember are born on this day, December 7th, are Noam Chomsky, who is considered one of the most important intellectuals, or the most important, quoted, most important intellectuals of our time. He produced a film, I think, after post 9/11, called Manufacturing Consent. It's about a 3-hour movie, and it's free. I would recommend it. Chris Crocker is born on December 7th. One of my favorite YouTube content creators is Jamie Deluxe or Deluxe Nation. So very creative cards, very knowledgeable. The King of Clubs can tend to be an eternal bachelor, or in their heart want to, always be single in some way. They can be great parents, but there's an element of, especially with the Jack. The Jack is kind of a Peter Pan in a lot of ways. They don't want to grow up, but they do have a natural intelligence, creativity, and psychic ability. So really, whatever they put their minds to, I'm sure they can achieve. So I should be speaking to you. Whatever you put your mind to, and you will achieve, because you are the king of knowledge. And the Jack of Clubs is a very gifted card. So I'm going to go ahead and pull you 4 cards for your birthday. And happy birthday, by the way. We'll begin with the Ascended Masters deck. And just as a little mini reading, a little overview for the year. 4 cards only. Keep it short and simple and sweet. My main objective is to introduce you to your birth card and your planetary ruling card, so that you can understand a little bit differently how I do my readings, in case you're interested in having a yearly spread read. Check out the intro to this video and to the end, and you'll understand how I do my readings, in case you're interested. So let's begin. I get listen. So, okay, listen. To begin with, let's just make sure we could see it in the camera. Listen. So, okay, gotta get those ear chakras listening. So, okay, I guess there are going to be some messages coming through for you this year, and perhaps you'll be getting some advice. Perhaps there's certain programming in your mind that needs to be refreshed, and so you have to listen to the truth and believe it. I know that's probably something I suffer with. Let's give you an angel therapy card. Angel therapy, please clarify or help us here. Angel therapy. Alrighty. Ear chakras. Wow. Okay. Perhaps you're headstrong. Perhaps when you're quiet, maybe you need to get quiet. Maybe you're rushing. Maybe you're too energetic. Maybe you need to slow down and merely, let me remind you, listening to the still small voice is something very still and very small, and it's not going to be heard in rushing distractions and hubbub of the modern world. So you're going to have to perhaps shut off some things and get quiet. Okay? Let's go ahead and pull you a mermaids and dolphins, magical mermaids and dolphins. And then we'll finish up with a water crystal oracle. What an interesting read so far. In my last reading for December 6th, we got 2 twin flames. And I've got to go back and make sure I've told them everything I need to say in there. I'm not sure I addressed everything. But okay, ears and listen, ear chakras. Let me read this to you. This says, notice messages that appear as sounds, music, and words, and from both external sources and within your mind. These messages are real answers to your prayers. Now, I want to explain that I'm a twin flame in separation, and I have a favorite store that I go to, and it's kind of an outlet store, so you get a lot of food very inexpensively, a lot of organic food very, very cheap and fresh. So I go there, and sometimes I just like to listen to the radio, and I listen to the songs, and then I say, oh, that's my spiritual download, or that's my message from my beloved's higher self, or because I'll be getting messages that perhaps somebody might be not inclined to disclose or discuss or whatever, or messages from the universe. So this is going to be a strong year where you're going to be connecting that way. Now let's go ahead and give you the mermaids and dolphins. And then you can write them down. You can look at the lyrics when you get home. It's calling you to trust your intuition as well when you're listening. Yes, you, your loved ones, and your possessions are safe and protected by heaven. So very good. Perhaps you're a worrier. If you are, maybe you think you have too much on your mind. You need to listen to the spirit telling you that you're fine and that you're protected. Okay, now Water Crystal Oracle for December 7th. Very intelligent, very creative. And this year specifically, some messages coming through. How cool. I'm going to pull, well, I got this one earlier, so I'm going to shuffle it better. All right. Truth. Truth. This is a wisdom oracle card. And truth is what you're going to be hearing from the spirits. You might be on your own trajectory, and it's time for you to start paying attention to what you might not be listening to. And trust that your family and yourself is protected by heaven, and completely God has got your back. And that's the truth. How beautiful is this? What a gorgeous water crystal oracle. I want to wish you a very happy birthday. And remind you that if you want a look-see into the Book of Destiny, please check out my description box below. All my information will be down there in there. And if you have any more desire for insight and to look into anything else here, please hit me up. And again, most happy birthday to you, and God bless.